Hello one and all, this is Wolfstar Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Robotics Notes Elite. Last time, Junna made the most funniest, adorable noise I've ever heard. It's like I could listen to that noise she makes over and over and laugh every time. Seriously. And yet, once again, I'm starting things off with having a character with their back to me. So, let's just get right into it, shall we? Summer's finally here, yet the beach is deserted. Locals rarely visit Chikuda Cavern, but I could have sworn that it was a pretty popular sightseeing spot. There's a cave that you can go inside when the tide is low and everything. I came here when I was a kid. I remember getting excited over how nice and cool it was. Maybe there will be more tourists once summer break kicks off, but I kinda doubt it. Only the sounds of waves crashing fills the air. There aren't any streetlights nearby, so it gets pitch black at night. I wouldn't be surprised if a ghost showed up here. I mean, who knows? Maybe the ghost girl will show up here at some point. Maybe. I feel like all the hairs on my body are standing on end, but let's pretend that's because of the cool sea breeze. That's not why, though, is it, Kaito? All I can confirm for sure is that I can't hear the buzzing noise. I take my phone droid out and attempt to play Kill Ballad just to see if anything weird happens, but nope. Okay, no anomalies so far. I suppose it's not just gonna pop up whenever it's convenient for me. Yeah. It's like, it'll just happen when you least expect it to. On the flip side, it'll be a problem if it did show up. I would honestly laugh if the quote-unquote ghost girl were to suddenly show up here while Kaito and Junna are, I guess, investigating things here. As for Daitoku, I'm still having trouble with saying her given family name, excuse me. As for Daitoku-san, she's staring at a large black mass on the beach. What exactly is she staring at? A large black mass?
何あれ
クジラさんの亡骸。
Ooh. The corpse of a whale? That's kind of ominous. How long has it been there?
最近ね、とっても多いの。ああやって浜に打ち上げられてること。
Really? Okay, that's concerning.
この前なんか一気に14頭も同時に打ち上げられてたんだよ。
14. That's a lot of whales to be beached like that. Wait, I think I remember Mom mentioning this a while back. Was this something that happened in-game? Or is this something that happened kind of like off-screen that we haven't been witness to? I usually don't watch the local news. I just read up on the latest fads in Tokyo once in a while using Twipo as suggested by my political econ teacher. Megalith? Okay. Megalith Sensei, and their nickname, said it'd be useful for entrance exams. I only really do it when I remember to. Megalith. Interesting name, and honestly that makes me think of 2001 A Space Odyssey with the monolith. Just then, I sensed that something's off. Was the sand around here always this red? I assume not. Or is it soaked in whale's blood? Maybe? I mean, if so, that's even more concerning. It's like, what exactly happened to the whales?
クジラさんのことだけじゃなくてね、最近この島で変なこと結構起きてるんだよ。
You know, I was kind of thinking of it, kind of like in the back of my mind, between videos here. You know, with all this, supernatural stuff, Kaito being afraid of ghosts and whatnot, and, Junna's fascination with the occult. It's actually kind of odd, yet interesting that these kind of things are in a game about robots. It's like, what does this have anything to do with robots? It's very, very curious, and I love mystery. I love mysteries, so I am like really interested in this plot line, and that's why I wanted to really keep going last time. But I didn't want to make the video super long. I know I could split up the video, but I don't want to do that all the time.
耳鳴りとか幽霊の噂とかだけじゃないの。
What else is there?
具体的には？
一番目立つのは動物の大量死だと思う。
So not just of whales, but other animals. What other animals?
今年に入ってからだけでもね、結構起きてるの。例えば大量の鳥さんの死骸が空から降ってきたっていう話覚えてない？
Bird corpses too. Okay. That actually sounds kind of familiar. I know I've seen that kind of thing in like a movie or a TV show. So yeah, that sounds very familiar.
どうだったかな。
島でも結構騒がれたんだよ。3月くらいに。
in March, and it's July, so it's been a while.
その何千羽っていう数の鳥さんがね、一斉に降ってきたんだから。
Thousands of birds? That may be an exaggeration, but I kind of get the feeling that it's not too much of a stretch.
空港がそのせいで一時的に使えなくなっちゃったんだよ。
The airport was temporarily unusable, really? That's interesting. Would that make it difficult for airplanes to fly? Just to have a sudden, strange phenomena of birds just falling dead right out of the sky? Huh. Dad never told me anything about that.
住宅地じゃなかったのは幸いだったかな。人に直撃したりはなかったから。
Oh, that's right. Kaito's father is a pilot. I kind of forgot about that fact.
一応画像もあるけど見る？
Oh, sure.
グロい？
That's fair. It's like if it's too gross, I guess Kaito wouldn't want to watch it.
じゃあパス。
Yeah. I kind of had the feeling. She looked faint-hearted, but is Daichiko-san the type who's totally fine watching gross stuff?
鳥以外でも大量死ってあったわけ？
It's like birds, whales, what else is there?
ミミズさんが何千匹って数で干からびた状態で死んでたり。
Earthworms.
前日に雨が降ってたわけじゃないの。だから宮田先生はありえないって言ってた。
Miyata sensei is our school's science biology teacher.
それともっとありえなかったのはカエルさんかな。
Frogs too. Okay, what happened to the frogs?
数百匹のカエルさんがね、その体が破裂した状態で死んでたのが見つかって。
Exploded from the inside out. Oh wow. I could just imagine that. I mean, the only time I've ever been in close proximity to a frog is, dissecting one, in high school in my old biology class. So it's like I know what it's like to see the inside of a frog, but to witness an exploding frog? That would be a sight, jeez.
体が破裂？何それ？
そのままの意味なの。本当にお腹が破裂してて、結構悲惨な状態だったんだって。匂いとか。
I bet.
それも今年のこと？
そう。あとはクジラさんの大量自殺。
Whale suicide. Okay, so the whales killed themselves. Then the supposed blood that's on the beach that could possibly be from the whales. It's like, what exactly is that from? Is it from the whales or is it from something else? I once again glance at the carcass on the beach. If I was any closer, I'm sure it'd smell rotten.
クジラさんだけじゃなくてね、イルカさんも結構自殺してるの。
Aw, dolphins too.
越前クラゲさんもいつもの年以上に大量発生してて。
Stamolophus? Did I say that right? Stamolophus. A giant jellyfish that can be 2 meters long and can weigh 150 kilograms? In recent years, they have had a huge outbreak in the East China Sea, which is causing problems for fisheries. There are many theories regarding the outbreak, but since they just started research, no one has an exact answer yet. I mean, I wonder if this could possibly be tied to the, you know, it's on the tip of my tongue, the solar flares. Maybe it's like I know I'm kind of reaching, but is there some correlation?
しかもね、これまでなら北海道の方まで流れていくのが普通だったのに、今年はすぐに死んじゃって奄美とか沖縄に流れ着いてるって。
Kaito? They drifted all the way up to where I live? It's like, I say that because there's a Kaito ramen shop close by to where I work. So that's kind of funny that that name came up. Huh. Then I guess there really are strange things happening across the island. I haven't been paying any attention to this stuff. Well, you've been busy with the robot club for one, not to mention all your gaming, so of course you haven't been paying attention to this kind of phenomenon.
でもさ、ここまで説明してくれたことって科学的に説明できそうじゃない？
I mean, there could be. At the same time, though, there could be some kind of, you know, supernatural element, maybe. You never know. You never know in fiction what the explanation could be for this kind of thing.
どうかな。仮説とかはあるみたいだけど、はっきりした原因は学者の先生にもよくわからないってネットに書いてあったよ。
でもあんまり都市伝説って感じしないんだよね。
Yeah, this isn't really urban legends material. Like, not in the way that I know of urban legends. Or maybe I still don't get where the line is drawn.
例えば動物の大量死以外で何かある？
Daitoku-san looks out toward the horizon, lost in thought.
アッポーランド
Apolando? And what is this? Apoland. A comprehensive theme park that opened in Nishio-Omote, Shi, Tanegashima in 1996. It once featured a wide grass area, play zone, go-karts, and a miniature golf. However, due to a lack of visitors, most of it is closed and abandoned. Next to Apoland is a farm and the Seikyo Dam. So, what? When this theme park was in use and, you know, I guess popular at some point. Well, no. Lack of visitors. So maybe the reason why why there was a lack of visitors was because there was something similar going on at that time that is going on now. That could very well be. Now that I'm thinking about that.
あそこのダム湖がね、2月くらいに急に水の色が変わって蛍光色になったんだって。
Fluorescent colored? What kind of color is fluorescent?
一度だけじゃなくて3回くらいあったみたい。
Huh.
あ、画像もあるよ。ニュースで取り上げられてて。これなら気持ち悪くないからヤシオくんでも見られるよ。
Daitoku-san excitedly takes out her phone droid and starts operating it.
ほら、こんな感じ。
That's a good large area that it took up. Very interesting. The image displayed on screen indeed shows the lake fluorescently colored. Looks more purple than what I would think of a fluorescently colored.
これ小学生の頃に習ったような気がする。理科だったかな。赤潮でしょ、または公害。
Red tide. Well, let's do red tide first, since that came up first. A reddish discoloration on the surface of water caused by an unusual increase in plankton. Very interesting, huh? The oxygen level of the water decreases, which can cause severe harm to fish and shellfish. Huh. And environmental pollution. When companies pollute the social environment, which causes harmful effects to general health, mostly discussing air, water, and noise pollution, as well as bad smells. Yeah, and of course environmental pollution has always been a problem.
赤潮って海で発生するものじゃ？ダム湖だとあんまり見ないっていうか。あとアッポーランド近くに参拝施設とかはなかったんだって。
Okay. So, what happened at Upperland exactly to make it close down?
だから環境汚染とかそういうのでもないみたい。いつも2時間くらいですぐ消えちゃうから調査もできなかったって。
That makes it difficult to find anything, find any evidence or really anything to go off of to find out what caused it.
それでお魚さんはみんな死んじゃった。
And I take it that it's like a lot of fish that winds up dead because of that. I mean, that was a big area that it took up. So, yeah, I see.
これも JAXA の極秘実験なんじゃないかって噂されてる。
I mean, if JAXA really has anything to do with this, I mean, Akiho's father is the chief there. Does he know about this? Or does he not?
いや、それはないでしょう。いくら TNSC が島にあるからって結びつけるのは強引すぎるよ。
That could be a possibility, yes. What an unreal conspiracy theory. I mean, it does sound kind of like a conspiracy theory. I mean, it's a lot of unexplained, strange phenomena going on that has gone unexplained for like how long exactly now? I mean, at least since what, last year in game? So that's a long time.
それもやっぱり環境問題じゃないの?
I mean, maybe.
そういえば前にニュースでやってたけど、今年の冬はロシアは真夏みたいな暑さだったらしいじゃない。
Huh. I mean, I remember a few years ago now, we had, with where I live in Montana, we had a very, very warm winter a few years back now. It was like warm enough to where you could just wear a t-shirt. It was kind of crazy. But I didn't complain. It's like, I hate being cold. So I was actually really glad that winter was really, really mild. And so far this winter has been very mild here as well.
異常気象は世界規模で起きてるわけで。
True.
そうだね。アメリカ西海岸は今夏なのに雪が降ってるみたいだし。
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember as a kid getting snow in August. It's like, I'll never forget that. I remember I went outside with a friend and made a snowman. There was enough snow to do that. We have had snow every month of the year here. I'm not kidding. It's like we don't have proper seasons here anymore. Especially not now. It's like the seasons are more like winter, summer, and road construction. It's like every year there's like road construction somewhere.
ナスカの地上絵も一部が雨で消えちゃったし。
The Nazca lines. Never thought this would come up in a game. Huh. Giant images drawn on a dry plateau near the Nazca River in Peru. It is said that these images were drawn over 2,000 years ago. Wow. It is a mystery how they perfectly carved images over 100 kilometers long in an age without airplanes. That is kind of curious. Huh. The Nazca lines were registered as a World Heritage Site in 1994. I did not know that. Huh. I definitely remember seeing that one on the news.
こんな異常気象はね、2012年とか2015年と似てて。
Oh wait, I know this is kind of breaking immersion, but I just remembered. I'm in a new area. Jakura Cavern. Okay, so that's the entrance right there. Its name comes from its size. This cave is so massive that 1,000 people could sit down in it. Yeah, we read about Jakura Cavern last time, and we learned about that. Supervisor Mina Mitane Cho Planning Division. And of course the phone number. Let's see. Anything else, or is that it? Looks like that's it. Except for, you know, Junna. And real quick, Tweepo. Ghost. Kai, where are you? I'm gonna get going. I've been going home by myself a lot lately. Sorry, Akiho. It's like, you should really say sorry to her, Kaito. Wait for me, I'll be there by 6. You are a senior. Should be fine without a babysitter. That's not the point. I don't like it when you go home alone. I don't like it when you go home alone too. Let's meet up first. Let's go with this one. Okay. Sorry, Junna. Keep going.
何か関係が？
わからないけど。
どうも都市伝説っぽさが足りないな。
Yeah, this is something else. Something, something that maybe be able to explain scientifically, and maybe not. It's like I don't really know for sure.
ごめんなさい。
Oh, it's okay, Junna.
別に謝ることじゃないけど。もっと都市伝説っぽいやつちょうだいよ。
ぽいやつ。ぽいやつ。
Daitaku-san presses both index fingers against her temples and starts humming and hawing. Humming and hawing? So what? Ha! Like that? Has she exhausted her supply?
あ、そうだ。アネモネ号っていうフェリーで起きた事件知ってる？
Anemone ferry incident? I take it Kaito has not heard about that. So we're really going to do this, huh? I click my tongue softly so that Daitaku-san doesn't notice. I suppose if someone's an urban legend maniac, it'd make sense for them to be interested in that unexplained incident. Oh, so he does know it then.
アネモネ号集団失神事件って言うんだけどね。乗員乗客がみんな一斉に気を失って。
ああ、うん。よく知ってるよ。
I cut her off and she looks at me with a surprised expression on her face.
怒ってる？
No, Junna. It's like, don't give me that look. Oh. I shrug a little. It's such a sad, forlorn little look on her face. Oh, I just want to give her a big hug.
今日はありがとう。いろいろと参考になったよ。
I wanted to hear more about this MF Anemone incident. All the crew and passengers lost consciousness, and then what? What happened?
どういたしまして。
Daitaku-san clearly wants to say something, but she stays quiet. I appreciate you picking up that I don't want to talk anymore. I take a bottle of fruit sour melon out of the convenience store bag I'm holding. I brought it from the shop at the entrance of the beach. How do they stay in business in a place with so few visitors?
はい、これは今日付き合ってくれたお礼。
I tossed a bottle of fruit sour strawberry I also bought to Daitaku-san. That was nice of him. Daitaku-san tries to catch it, but ends up dropping it on the ground. It's covered in sand. Well, he didn't exactly warn her. It's like, here, catch. It's like, say something along those lines.
ああ、下手くそだね。交換する？
Well, that's nice of him to trade.
砂払えば大丈夫。いただきます。
The two of us sit down on the hot sand and take a breather. The sea breeze makes my skin feel sticky. It's irritating. And I am so invested in this very mysterious aspect to this game. It's so interesting that this is in a game like this. It's like I want to learn like more like right now. You know? But you know, I don't know how long this game is, so it's like I guess they have to give it to us in, you know, chunks of the with this mystery. Oh boy. I'm just thinking of like all the possibilities of what exactly is happening to all these animals exactly. I mean, could it be because of the solar flare? Or is it something else that is hard to explain? It's like you never really know in any work of fiction where a mystery is going to come together and give you the answers that you want or that you expect. It's like a lot of times it's like what you don't expect, but given of who I am, with being a writer, I can expect a lot. The horizon slowly gets dyed indigo blue. Sunset is getting close. What's wrong, Junna? Daitaku-san is sucking as hard as she can on the straw. Oh, that's what she's doing. I thought something was wrong. She looks just like a little boy. What? If nothing else, she certainly doesn't look like a classmate my age. I'd actually have to agree with that. She looks a lot younger than 17. I mean, she looks like she's, I don't know, like 7, 8 years old. Maybe even a little younger.
テストどうだった？
Then again, there are plenty of people out there who don't look their age. Myself included, actually.
全然ダメ。私直前に空手の大会あったから、ちっとも勉強してなくて、赤点一つ取っちゃった。
一つで済んだならまだいい方だって。
Things were a disaster for me and Akio. I've never had to take supplementary exams for 5 subjects before.
空手の大会ってインターハイ？
That inter-high? I'm not entirely sure what that is.
違うよ。インターハイなんて出られるわけないよ。国体の一次予選。
どうだったの？
うん。
Daitaku-san's smile looks forced, like she's about to cry.
終わったよ。
It's over?
結果は？
If you can get decent results in a tournament like that, our school has a custom where the VP holds an assembly to praise you. Oh, wow, really? Huh. That said, the Robot Club's Robo 1 performance got completely ignored. Typical. Well, it didn't exactly win, so I guess that's why? Oh, whoops. I accidentally pressed the trigger there. But back to Daitaku-san. I don't remember any assemblies like that for her, which means...
いつもと同じ初戦敗退。
Aw. That just means you have to practice more. It's like, keep practicing. I'm sure you'll get better.
一次予選の初戦敗退ってことは、もしかして大徳さんって弱い？
Kaito, come on. That's not something you should ask her.
もしかしなくても 弱いよ。
Okay, so she admits to being weak, but I take it one of the reasons why she got into karate is because of her being weak. You know, her physical strength. It's like she wants to be stronger. But that's not exactly the best reason to get into karate, but yeah, I can see why she would think that. I mean, karate is not about strength. It's about, you know, it's really more about finding other people's weakness and you know, kind of exploiting that for your advantage, you know, in a tournament.
Nani shiro, 全く全然勝負にならなかったから。
Barely even a match, really? Aw, Junna.
3年間ずっとそうで、全然成長してなくて、もうどうしようもないくらい弱々だったな。
Oh, God. I swear, Junna is like breaking my heart right now. It's like for 3 years. Junna, sweetie. You may be small and timid and think yourself weak, but I'm willing to bet that you're stronger than you think you are. She forces out a smile. There's a smile. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see a sad Junna. I want to see a happy Junna. Her voice sounds like it's trembling a little, so this must be painful for her to admit. I can understand how it can be painful for her to admit that. I mean, especially to a classmate. I mean, it's like how well does she know Kaito, or Kaito know her? It's like to be able to, you know, divulge something so personal.
もう3年の夏だから引退でしょ。
そうだよ。
これからどうするの？大学とか行く予定？
うん、一応。でも進学してももう空手はやらないかも。私弱いし。
You should keep doing it. It's like, if you enjoy doing it, keep doing it. It's like, I've said what I've said about being weak. So, if she... Honestly, she really should keep doing karate if she really enjoys doing it.
これからはうちの道場でたまに趣味でやるくらいじゃないかな。
I guess that's okay. It's like once in a while. Not completely give it up. Alright, her family runs a karate dojo. Did we learn this last time? I can't remember.
寂しそうだね。
Daitoku-san flashes me a surprised look before turning her gaze to the edge of the water. That would be not so much a typo, but an omito.
そうかも。やっぱり物心ついた頃からやってきたから。その心にぽっかり穴が開いたような気分っていうか。
Aww.
あ、でもね、今日はヤシオくんと都市伝説のお話ができて、ちょっと結構気分転換になったよ。
It got you excited.
誘ってくれてありがとう。
Oh, you're welcome, Junna. It's like, I really like Junna. So far, I really like all the girls so far. Junna, Akiho, and the Frau. And, you know, they're all interesting. All of them are interesting. I mean, Akiho, we've gotten to know the most because, you know, we met her right at the start of the game. And, you know, we're getting to know a little bit more about Junna now. And then with the Frau, you know, we're starting to get to know her. And so with the three of them, they really are interesting in their own right. I mean, and they all have interesting and either interesting, fun, or quirky personalities. I mean, and you know, I just love all of them in their own unique ways. Daitoku-san smiles brightly at me, then turns her attention back to sipping her juice. I'm struck by a brilliant idea. What do you got, Kaito? A way to further enhance my comfortable FG life. FG? I'm trying to think what FG is short for. Oh wait, future gaming? Is that what that's short for? Future gaming life?
じゃあ暇なんだね。
暇じゃないよ。これから受験勉強しなきゃいけないし。
Yeah, since she's going to go to college, yeah, she's gonna need to take those entrance exams.
受験勉強。
Thanks a lot for dragging me back to reality. Too bad, so sad, Kaito. It doesn't take long for me to brush that aside yet again. I'm quick when it comes to changing gears after all.
大徳さんさ、ロボ部に入れば？
Oh. Interesting that this is coming from Kaito. Especially since he has been so anti-Robot Club.
ロボ部は慢性的に人手不足だからね。部員は一人でも多い方がはかどるわけよ。
This is true. All of this is true. It'd progress things, plus it'd reduce the chances of Akio making me help out. Is that your end goal, Kaito? Aren't I just a beam of sunshine? Oh my god. Kaito, you're a piece of work, dude. Daituku-san looks perplexed. I mean, we know from the very beginning of the game, all of the characters who are supposed to be joining the robot club. So, with Junna, it's like, how exactly is she going to get included into the robot club? And I guess this is the start of it, per se, but exactly how is she going to get into the club? Daituku-san looks perplexed. Not that I can blame her.
私、3年生だけど。
俺もアキちゃんも3年だよ。
そうだけど、どうして私なの？
Fair question. It's like why would anyone in the robot club consider Junna to become part of the club?
暇そうだから。
Is that the only reason, Kaito?
暇じゃないよ。それにロボットのこと詳しくないし。
Although then again, that Super Renpei move that we learned about from Junna was implemented into the Tanagashi machine, so there is that.
俺も全く詳しくないけど、2年間続けてるよ。
That's fair.
そうなの？
そう。だから気負う必要は全然なし。
Daituku-san lowers her head. It's like, what did I say earlier, Junna? I don't want to see a sad Junna. I want to see a happy Junna. Come on.
でも、私、ロボットさんって苦手で。
I mean, you don't have to control the robots. I mean, she doesn't have to. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think everyone who's going to become part of the robot club is going to contribute in some way, and Junna already has, with that Super Renpei move. And, and then there's Subaru, who just kind of got into the robot club more on a whim than anything. But, it's just kind of interesting how things are coming together of getting the robot club to be a bigger group of people. She can't handle robots? Is that a thing? Nah, she's probably just saying that to be polite. She's trying to refuse, but she ended up with a bizarre excuse.
それって要するにロボ部とはお近づきになりたくないって意思表示かな。
違うよ。
Yeah, she didn't say that at all.
本当に苦手なの。
I mean, what exactly does she mean by this?
そんなのあんまり聞かないな。
ヤシオくんって藤田のおじいちゃんのことは知ってる？
Oh, right. the robot doctor. Yeah. That's why? Because of... I remember her having, like, issues with her grandfather. It's like... But she didn't divulge that. But... Yeah, she must have some kind of adversity towards robots because of her grandpa in some way. I mean, that's very curious for one, but at the same time it's like, why?
知ってるよ。親戚なんでしょ?
Well, she just did say Grandpa Fujita.
そう。この前瀬宮さんには言ったんだけど、私藤田のおじいちゃんのこと苦手なの。
Right, because of whatever happened between the two of them, I guess, or maybe it's a whole family thing. I don't really know.
それで藤田のおじいちゃんが苦手なのとロボットさんが苦手なのは私の中ではセットになってるっていうか。
With her grandpa, I want to know more about this. You know, I want to know more about what happened between her grandfather and her.
セット? まさかドクってロボットだったりするの?
Oh my god, Kaito. Why would you think that the doc is a robot? He just confused Junna. Daitaku-san stares blankly at me. Well, I thought it was a great joke. Okay, he's just joking. Still, it's like, well, why would you say that?
ああ、なんでもないよ。続けて。
で、私が小学校に入る前ぐらいの時期かな。
Oh, is she actually going to delve into this right now? Ooh.
おじいちゃんは、藤田のおじいちゃんじゃなくて、大徳の方のおじいちゃんなんだけど。
Wait. You said Grandpa Fujita, though.
おじいちゃんに連れられて、よくあのお店へ遊びに行ってたの。でね、ある日、私は一人でロボクリニックの探検を始めて。
Wait, I'm confused. Doesn't mean Grandpa Fujita. I mean, like, Grandpa on the Daitaku side of the family. So her other grandpa?
そしたら倉庫みたいなところに迷い込んで。
This is the point when Akio would hype herself up and yell, "You mean a secret base?" Or something. Secret base. I could see her, I could hear her saying that, yes.
それで、つまり、見ちゃったの。
Them? Like a ghost? Again with the ghost. I'm sure it's something else.
たくさんのロボットさん。
Whoa.
大人と同じくらいの背のロボットさんがね、狭い倉庫の中にたくさん並んで立ってて。
Wow. Huh. They look kind of interesting. Are these like robots that the doc has made himself? These are actually kind of cool looking. Huh. That's quite a lot of them too. Yeah, actually, kind of in a way, these robots kind of make me think of. I grew up love watching this movie, Short Circuit, as well as the sequel. These robots just kind of make me think of those two movies.
たくさんロボクリニックにそんな等身大ロボなんて置いてあったかな。
それは売り物じゃなくてね、藤田のおじいちゃんのコレクションみたいなものなんだって後で聞いたよ。
It's personal collection. Okay, so he didn't make them? Or did he just collect them?
奥の倉庫にひっそりとしまってあるみたい。
I've never been back there before. I mean, you've never really had a reason to go back there, right? Even a regular like a.k.a. probably hasn't. Maybe.
子供心にはそれは結構怖い光景で。
How is it traumatizing? I mean, I guess to like a really little kid, it would be a little scary, I guess. You know, all these robots with, you know, very bright shining eyes, I guess would look a little intimidating.
今でも夢に見るくらい。
I bet.
なんていうのかな、すごく古臭いデザインのロボットさんでね。
Yeah, they look old. Definitely. I mean, they're bulky.
きっとほとんどの人は愛嬌のある顔だって言うんだろうけど。
I mean, they do. But to a little child stumbling across all these robots, I can see why she would think that it was traumatizing.
私は怖かったの。どれも無表情で無機質で、顔なんだけど顔じゃない何かに思えて。
Interesting way to put that. Had faces, but they also didn't. Huh.
それで私、その時パニクっちゃって。
And fled out of there?
あんまり記憶にはないんだけど、そのロボットさんの一人を壊しちゃったの。
Oh. And then her grandpa yelled at her and told her to get out, right?
それで藤田のおじいちゃんにものすごく怒られて。
Yeah. Aw.
それ以来あのお店には行かなくなっちゃった。
Well, it's like, how old was she exactly when that happened? I mean, she's older now. So, she should be able to conquer that fear now, right? I mean, I'm doing a lot of reminiscing this video, but I I had a bit of a similar experience when I was like 8 years old. My dad put these fake body parts in my bed, and he just left them there for me to discover, and I did very much discover them. I went upstairs to my bedroom to get ready for bed one night and just found them there. I yelled, ran downstairs, and jumped behind the couch. Scared the shit out of me. I mean, in hindsight, it's kind of funny now, but as a little kid, coming across what looked like a dead person in my bed, I freaked out. And I remember, like, for like a couple of years at least, I could not look at those body parts. And it wasn't until, like, I was, like, I think 10 or 11 that I finally decided to conquer my fear, quote-unquote my fear, and actually take a closer look at those body parts. And I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad now that I see this up close. I mean, even though I was only a couple of years older, I was like, okay, yeah. Okay. That's fine. And, you know, it was also around the same time that I first discovered, you know, R-rated horror movies, so it's like, I'm fine with this.
だから私、その藤田のおじいちゃんとは今でもまともに話せないし。
Yeah, because not only did you get scared by the robots, but your grandpa also scared you. Is that it?
ロボットさんのこともちょっと怖くて。
Oh. Well, there's no reason to be scared of all robots. I mean, there's nice robots. I mean, going back to Short Circuit, Johnny 5, he's a nice robot.
そんなわけなので。
Well, thank you for telling me your story, Junna. Now I have a better understanding what happened. And I feel really bad for her. I really do. It's like, Junna is just a precious little cinnamon bun that just needs to be protected at all costs, I feel. Daitaku-san starts squirming again. She looks like she sincerely wants to turn down my invitation. That's what it seems like. Makes me really wonder what is actually going to get her to actually join the club then. I can tell. She's weak to pressure. Except Kaito didn't really pressure her into joining. He just asked her. So I'm a little confused of why he's saying that she, from his perspective, that she's weak to pressure because he's not pressuring her.
それってさ、 等身大ロボの話でしょ。巨大ロボとかおもちゃみたいな小さいロボはどうなの？
Yeah, toy-sized ones aren't all that bad. It's like you can't really get scared of those, right? Then again, when I think of toy-sized anything, there, there are like, the horror movies, Child's Play, and the Puppet Master. So Granted, those aren't about robots, but I digress. Daitaku-san thinks it over.
どうかな。普段あんまりロボットさんのことを見る機会なんてないから。
Right.
でしょ？もしかしたら案外平気かもしれないよ。
I'm trying to follow Kaito's thought process here, and I'm having a little trouble.
一度でいいから部室に顔出してみてよ。きっとアキちゃんが喜ぶ。
Akio would be thrilled to have another member, definitely.
考えとくね。
I mean, in the club room, the only robot that's in there is the Tanegashima machine, and that's toy-sized.
誘ってくれたことはありがとう。
You're welcome. I definitely didn't do anything worth being thanked for. It's called being polite, Kaito. This is all for myself. I deviously smiled just out of Daitoko-san's line of sight. I don't know why I stumbled there. Oh, back to Akio. Alright. Okay. Oh. Is this... Okay. I take it this is Michi's uncle's company? I take it. But that will have to be for next time. I'm stopping it here. That was a really long scene with Junna. So, some very interesting theories and happenings going on with dead animals. But all the same, very interesting. So I'm looking forward to learning more about that. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed watching, and thank you all for watching as well. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and subscribe to become part of the pack. And don't forget to claw that bell icon so you know when a new video comes out. And as always, everyone, have a great day or night wherever you may be.